So I want to bring up a point that I was talking to a friend about the other day. The Austin Aries situation. Vince, you familiar with the Austin Aries situation and Impact? And Cody, you're obviously familiar with it, right? Right. And so my take was was the person I was discussing this with. I was like, what if this is a work? Okay, and everybody saying, no, I think it's a shoot. So, but if it is a work, literally the only people that could know what's going on are Austin Aries, Don Callis, and that's it. Because what happens today is because there's so many marks in the dressing room that grew up and broke into the business in the dirt sheet culture. That all these guys were reading the dirt sheet before they ever got into professional wrestling. And it's all that culture. Bro, there's so many marks in the dressing room that you literally cannot shoot a shoot angle because somebody in your ranks is going to stooge it off. Yeah. And like I'm saying, it's what if the evolution of wrestling is that the booker literally can't tell anybody else what the angles are except the person that he's telling the angle to? What if that's the evolution of wrestling, where you can't even smarten up the locker room to what you're doing?
Well, Glenn, we were on to the evolution of wrestling in 2002 when I couldn't smarten up anybody of what we were doing because I didn't know. We were literally ad-libbing. I mean, Conan, I don't know if you knew this or not, but back in 2002 when TNA started, bro, I would enter the building. Nobody knew I was coming. And I would walk in the back door that the only people smart to it were Jeff and the Harris boys. That I would walk to the back door. The Harris boys would let me in and I would walk into the ring. Nobody in that ring knew Vince Russo was even in the state of Tennessee. And I started freaking, it was a 100% ad lib. And I was pushing the guys, saying, guys, you better step up your game because I will freaking bury you out here. And I swear to God, Conan, you know who the absolute best one was, who never knew I was coming, but my God, bro, he stood right in my face and was unbelievable. You know who that was? Freaking Tenay. Mike Tenay, bro. Nobody knew I was coming. And I would start with Tenay. Freaking Tenay would get on my face with this look on his face. I thought Tenay was going to freaking hit me. But Disco, that's where the business should have gone. And how many comedies, Glenn, nowadays is it all ad-libbed? Curb Your Enthusiasm. That's what that show is. So many shows today are ad-libbed. That's the direction the wrestling business should have went in.
Just so people know, we're talking about Conan. Conan, were you were there with you were a babyface when Sports Entertainment Extreme was doing their deal in TNA, right? In 2003.
I'm not sure if I was, but I was there.
You were doing the 3 Live crew when I was managing Pat. Yeah, I don't think you were there. I don't think you were there. Let me tell you how this is how funny it was. So we had the Sports Entertainment Extreme locker room. Okay, bro. This is how ad-lib everything was. So me and Vince and Sonny Siaki, Sanders, were all in there watching the show, and they're giving Zach Gowen a tryout match. Okay, the one-legged wrestler, and nobody had. He was coming from D'Amore. From me, but nobody had ever seen this guy on TV. We're in the locker room watching Zach Gowen, and he's out there doing all the jumps and flips, and Vince is going, oh, you look at this guy, we're popping huge. And Vince goes, hey, let's go recruit him. Okay? We come out of the locker room, unannounced, unplanned, we get in the ring, stop the match, and we take Zack Ryder, we put him up on our shoulders and carry him back to the sex locker room like a recruit. Just completely ad-lib.
Conan, you want to hear what happened one time? You'll get a kick out. Conan, this is how crazy I was at the time, right? So, Conan, I hit the ring during one of these shoot things. Nobody knows I'm coming. Nobody. Okay, bro? Right. One of the guys in the ring is Ron Killings. Hey, bro, this is a young Ron Killings, Conan. Right. Okay, bro? So, Conan, now, this is a shoot now. Ron doesn't know I'm coming. So I start getting it into Ron, bro. Conan, he starts work fighting me, and it looks like right. So I'm saying to myself, no, Conan, I swear to you, with everything I had, Conan, I was a lot younger then too. With everything I had, Conan, And this is on tape someplace, I grabbed Ron around the waist and slammed him down to the mat as hard as I could. Okay, bro? So now all of a sudden, bro, a melee breaks out. They drag me out of the building. Bro, I'm on the opposite side of the building, Glenn, where our locker room was. I'm out those doors. Bro, freaking Ron Harris. This is a shoot now. He comes sprinting around the corner, if you know the asylum.
Ron Killings or Ron Harris?
Ron Harris. Ron Harris.
Okay.
And he goes, Vince, you better get in your car and get the F out of here because Ron Killings is looking for you. And brother, I'm telling you, if he finds you, he is going to kill you. But bro, like that's what we were doing, and it was so freaking great. But you know, Conan, Glenn, you know what happens, bro. Slowly but surely, they start going back to what they know.
Bro, to the point they start scripting everything.
Yes,
think about that. We went from ad-libbing to now literally everything is scripted. You know.
I actually did live that part, Vince, because I don't know if you remember that one time that we filmed this thing where Ron Killings took us to the hood, and then I took him to like this Mexican restaurant, and then BG took us to like a trailer park.
Yeah, I do remember that.
The 3 Live Crew vignettes.
Yeah.
Right. So all that was ad-lib too. You guys would just go out there and ad-lib. Like we actually went to the hood. Listen to this. We actually went to the hood, and this kid rolled up on us in a bicycle, and he had a neener in his waist, and he was like, "What are you guys doing here?" And we were like, "Oh no, no disrespect. We came here to film." And like he was basically the guy that took care of the block, and if you weren't there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Take care of business. And Ronnie goes, "I used to do that." And so he actually and then he recognized Road Dogg. Then he recognized me, and then, he started to call everybody, and everybody came out, and we just ad-libbed. But it was the funniest thing to see Road Dogg with one of those multi-colored wigs, afros.
Yeah.
He was dressed up as like a pimp walking down the street, of Nashville in the hood, and all the brothers were cheering him on,
That's very racist.
Yeah, go out there
how would that get over today?
Oh,
right.
That's what I'm saying, guys. Did either one of you guys see SmackDown last night?
No.
Oh my God, you guys have to watch this because guys, I have to say this. They're doing an angle with Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles now, okay? And they go to the back, and the Charlie is interviewing these guys, and freaking Daniel Bryan starts comparing freaking AJ Styles to Pinocchio. The promo becomes about how his nose is growing like Pinocchio. And I said, I love AJ to death. And I don't know Daniel Bryan, but he seems like a stand-up guy. But guys, I got to tell you, when something is that bad and it's making you look that bad, you got to say something, bro.
Right.
You've got to say something because, bro, the people watching the TV, they don't know who the writers are. They're seeing AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan. And right now, both of you look like the two biggest fools I've ever seen. Conan, I mean, wouldn't you agree? Like, bro, of course you got to. When it's that bad, Conan, you got to say something.
Right. There's just about nothing. I can't remember too many things, Vincent. This is a shoot that I've been given that I didn't like, that I didn't get changed. Because I just wasn't going to go out there and look like a I've done it a couple times because I kind of thought, well, let me see if I can pull it off, and I wasn't able to. But mostly, like I'll give you one that was brutal. One time in TNA, they had me, Road Dogg, and Ron Killings, when we were the 3 Live Crew, go up there and do a song, and they had us playing like air instruments or some. Bro, that was super JoJo Dutch. I thought we could get away with it, and as I was on the stage doing it, I go, is there any way for me to disappear? Because this is
wait, time out. How that angle played out?
No.
I think you guys were up there singing. Me and Swinger and Pat came out there, like, attacked you guys from behind, went to the ring to gloat. Somebody came in and beat us up. Somebody came in and beat them up, and somebody came in like it started like a whole like giant brawl and stuff. And everything. I think I remember that angle. Yeah.